It started with a letter, no envelope, just a single yellowed sheet of paper slipped through the crack under my apartment door. It was typed on a typewriter by the look of it and read, "You inherited the house on 13 Wren Street. Do not ignore this. Keys are under your doormat. Go before the 17th. There was no name, no return address. I didn't inherit anything. My parents were alive, and I had no rich relatives. I tossed the note aside. Creepy, yeah, but probably just a prank. That night, I dreamed of a hallway, long, narrow, and pulsing like it was alive. I was walking down it. I could hear something breathing on the other side of the door at the end. When I woke up, the key was sitting on my nightstand. I live alone. Wren Street wasn't even listed on Google Maps. I only found it by driving aimlessly, the kind of mindless drifting you do when you can't sleep. The street was short, 6 houses, all old Victorian style, leaning slightly like they were tired of standing. Number 13 looked wrong. Its windows were bricked up. The yard was dead, but the front door was pristine. Red, almost too red, like fresh paint over something it didn't want me to see. I checked under the mat. The same key from my nightstand was there, waiting. I unlocked the door. The moment it clicked, all the neighborhood lights went out. The inside was cleaner than expected. Furniture covered in white sheets. No dust, no cobwebs. Like someone had just stepped out and might return at any second. There were no light switches, but somehow it wasn't completely dark. A pale, blue glow lit the hallways. No visible source, just an ambient, cold light that made the walls look like they were sweating. I wandered deeper. At the end of the main hall, I found a mirror. Tall, cracked, but it didn't reflect me. It showed the house, same hallway, but the furniture was uncovered. There was a woman standing behind me in the reflection. Her head was tilted all the way to her shoulder, like it was broken. When I spun around, no one was there, but the mirror whispered, "You're too late." I climbed the stairs slowly, the wood groaning under every step like it resented me. The second floor had 5 rooms, 4 were empty. The 5th had a door with a child's drawing taped to it. Stick figures, a red sun, a house. But the people in the drawing had no faces, just hollow circles where eyes and mouths should be. The door opened by itself. Inside was a child's bedroom, broken mobile above the bed, stuffed animals with sewn-shut eyes, a diary on the floor, open to the last page. He watches through the walls now. He likes when I cry. As I read that, I heard something scratching behind the wall near the closet. Slow, deliberate, like fingernails. The sound stopped the moment I looked. I don't know why I did it. Maybe I wanted to prove to myself it was nothing. Maybe I was still half asleep, dreaming. I pressed my ear to the wall. Breathing. Wet, ragged breathing. Then it spoke. "Feed me." The drywall began to bulge. Something pushed from the inside, stretching the surface like skin. I stumbled back as the wall cracked, revealing what looked like teeth. Dozens. Rotting. Real. A mouth hidden behind the plaster. And in the center, an eye opened. Human. Bloodshot. A tear leaked down its socket. I ran. Down the stairs, out the door, into the night. But the red door won't lock anymore. And every night since, I hear scratching from my own bedroom wall. I moved back into my apartment, told myself I imagined it all. Stress, sleep deprivation, hallucination. But on the second night, I woke up at 3:13 a.m. to the sound of my bedroom door slowly creaking open. I had locked it before bed. I didn't move. From the crack in the door, I saw a hand. Long fingers, pale skin, yellow nails. It just hovered there, clutching the frame, like something deciding whether to come in. Then I heard it whisper, "You brought me back." The door shut, But when I turned on the lights, the mirror on my wall, the one I'd had for years, was cracked down the center. I had to know. I had to go back. I returned to 13 Wren Street just before sunset. The neighborhood looked worse, more wilted, like the place was rotting with the house at its center. Inside, the blue glow was gone. Now there was nothing but darkness. I lit a flashlight and headed upstairs. I needed answers. The child's room was colder than before. The diary was gone. In its place, a photo had appeared on the floor. It was me, standing at the end of the hall. But the photo was taken from inside the wall. I found the basement door behind the kitchen. It wasn't there before. The handle was warm, too warm, like something had just touched it. I descended slowly. The flashlight flickered with each step. The air grew thick, metallic, like old blood. At the bottom, a room full of mirrors, all cracked, all showing different versions of me. In one, I was screaming. In another, I was flayed. In the last, I was smiling, but my reflection wasn't. Then I heard footsteps behind me, but the stairs were empty, and every mirror turned toward me. There was one more door, behind the mirror wall. It wasn't made of wood. It looked like flesh, pulsing softly, like it was breathing. In the center, that same eye opened. It looked sad, then angry. The walls began to close. The basement moaned. I ran. I didn't make it to the stairs before the door spoke in a voice that sounded like every version of me. You were always meant to be the next room. I blacked out. When I woke, I was lying on the front lawn. The house behind me looked new, fixed, like nothing had ever happened. And the red door was gone. That was 2 weeks ago. I've tried to forget, move on, but things keep changing. My walls shift when I'm not looking. My reflection lags behind in mirrors. Today I received another letter. No envelope. Typed, "The house is awake again. It wants you back. You never left." Under the note was a photo of my apartment building, but it had been edited. Every window was blacked out, except mine, and standing in it was me, smiling, but I'm not smiling.